stage about the things she's learned from her classmates and friends.
Mom, please don't cry. Muhammad Ali once said, "Friendship is the hardest thing in the world to explain. It's not something you learn in school, but if you haven't learned the meaning of friendship, you really haven't learned anything." After spending 9 years at a school where everyone didn't know each other, became friends, and now I can say we're like brothers and sisters, I think I've got a good idea on what a friend is, and I'm going to use you guys as examples. My definition of friendship comes from a hefty list of life lessons that many of you have contributed to over the years. Each of them has taught me the quality I look for in a friend, but more importantly, an attribute I want to represent. I came to WIS in kindergarten. I was a 6-year-old who was afraid of everything that came her way. For example, on pajama day, I was so scared that if I wore my pajamas to school, I'd have to spend the night in the classroom. Years like this slowly dissipated throughout the year as I learned about the importance of being yourself and how it's okay to be foolish from time to time. The girl who taught me this was Emma Retzner. With an imagination that led to us spending recess digging up a non-existent dream home behind the gazebo, writing songs about salads, and creating imaginary Foursquare boxes in her basement, it's safe to say I'm 100% myself around her. There were also multiple times Lucas Safara manipulated me to believe his mom was a witch, and Eliana Selassie did the same by manipulating me into thinking her brother got hypnotized to act like a chicken. Our classes taught me that friendship is a two-way street, and that it takes both friends to love, laugh, and cry with each other, as it's important for friendship to be meaningful for both people. I learned this from Sarah Vertique, as she always finds room for me, no matter how busy she is. Building upon this idea of a two-way friendship, I think a strong quality in a friend is someone who believes there's always room for both of you to improve. And there's one girl in particular who taught me this lesson, Marjorie. She's always encouraged me to work harder and make sure I stay focused during our study sessions before science tests. Another aspect of friendship is knowing that separation from time to time won't lead to a weaker friendship. Chloe, who I managed to stay friends with even during years where we had no classes together like this year, taught me this. With Ella, we don't text each other every day, but there have been numerous occasions where she's noticed me being sad and reached out to give me a hug. Much of elementary school is already a blur, but based on what I know today, it's the time when we, as kids, imagine the most and go through the weirdest phases. Maybe that was experimentation. Whatever it was, I went through these phases with Eliana Selassie. There was our singer phase and our teacher phase, where we pretend to be harsh teachers to come up with our own form of math to teach kids. Friends also help you have fun in the midst of the hardest times. Ariana is an example of the girl who made time for trips during the most stressful parts of the year, as we would dance until midnight in Punta Cana and capsize kayaks in Virginia Beach. Friends are also people who give reminders that they enjoy being with you, like Emma Goodenough. One time, when we were having a sleepover, we were driving to her house, and she pinched herself to make sure this was real life because she was so happy. I also had an extra free ticket to a Jacob Sartorius concert once, and she was my +1. No, we didn't know any of the songs, but yes, it was fun to be surrounded by his fangirls at a 9 a.m. concert. While some friendships take a long time to develop, others seem to happen quickly. On the one hand, you need to be patient with people, and on the other, open to new experiences. That was the case with Antonio. In our first conversation, we figured out we had just about everything in common, except for the way we react to crisis. Once, we thought we heard a bomb in her backyard while we were in her pool, and Antonio responded by grabbing something odd for protection. Not a knife or a baseball bat, but an apple. As many of you know, I emphasize face-to-face socialization. I believe the best memories are created without devices and conversations are more enriched. Elizabeth Brevis helped me understand this, as whenever we would go out for lunch, we would put our phones in the middle of the table. A 7th grade project showed me friendships can work like a team, where people have different strengths, and working together can lead to a balanced final product. Together, Eleanor Hawkins, Ellie Abel, Abby Gunn, and I created a modern version of a Lydia play. Thanks to Ellie's Generation Z knowledge, Eleanor's take on balancing seriousness and fun, and Abby's stage presence, it was a project I'll never forget. You may have noticed that almost everyone I've talked about up to now is a girl, but I don't want to overlook the boys. They've taught me to enjoy every day, because as they like to say, you only live once. Juan Peltier and Lucas Tafar in particular have teased me from time to time, but have also looked out for me, almost like brothers. I'm going to miss them, and I'm also going to miss dancing with Jack Taylor in Africa at school dances. Friends also point out your mistakes. I've made my fair share, and Abby Bound and Maya Nene have told me about them, which helped me become a stronger person. Thank you too for encouraging me to take a break when you detect I needed it. Thanks also for acting as friends, sisters, assistants, moms, and therapists all at once. Most importantly, you taught me that quality overpowers quantity all the time. And lastly, thank you to your parents for welcoming me into your home an endless amount of times. Not just your parents, but every parent here. Part of what makes WIS special is the presence of thoughtful, generous people. From being told I will be missed, I know WIS is somewhere I can always call home. Being surrounded by positivity has been my favorite part here. Like the time Nicola Zed brought me a cupcake on my birthday, all of Tristan Martin's unexpected hugs, and all the times Lee Young has complimented me and others throughout the day. From someone who feels like they're always on the go, or always seems to be carrying some sort of weight, I want to thank everyone who has made me laugh over these years. An example of how stressful time was turned into a laughing bit was in my 7th grade art class. We had a project due in 15 minutes, and it was only then when Adam Kaminsky realized he had done the whole project wrong. So Marjorie, Eleanor, and I got on a mission to help him do it all quickly. Even though the final project may have not been our initial vision, it was a story we could all laugh on after. Other memories of laughter amongst the class have been Finn Porter released most successfully in humanities, William Williamson and I discussing how Stoddyland, the amusement park created in honor of our French teacher, will be laid out, and lastly, the time Quincy didn't follow our play script in order, which messed up all of my lines. There's one thing I wanted to keep for the end of the speech. Friends can inspire you. Elena Valente, thank you for teaching me the importance of standing up for what you believe in. After a DC protest on gun control was turned into an excuse to use the date 4/20 as a joke, she wrote me a long rant expressing her disappointment. Reading it gave me goosebumps. Your actions have inspired me to write down my feelings when I disagree with something. There are 2 teachers who have also taught me a lot. I know I speak for everyone who's been fortunate enough to take a class with Ms. Wilding when I say she ignites creativity and sparks analytic questions, a skill I learned through Dateline. Similarly, Mr. Beck has believed in us from the beginning as he selflessly devoted himself to inspiring achievement amongst us. On a last note, I want all my classmates here to know one thing. While I may not be in the same classes with you every day next year, I'm still someone who's present in your life when you need it. I'm always going to be stoked to rapper who wants to know about your day and will listen to anything on your mind. I wish you the best of luck in these next 4 years, and I can't wait to see what you achieve. Muhammad Ali may have been known as the greatest, but in my mind, all of you are the greatest classmates anyone could ever have.
Thank you so much, Sophia. We have learned a lot from you as well.
Our final performance will be an original song performed by Isadora Evers and Emma Goodnicott.